The morning the billionaire died, the mansion was quieter than anyone had ever heard it. The long marble halls of the estate seemed to hold their breath, and the expensive chandeliers cast pale light across the floor like frozen tears. News spread quickly among the staff. The powerful owner of the estate had collapsed suddenly during the night. Some whispered in shock, others in disbelief. But in the corner of the grand hallway, the poorest worker in the mansion, the quiet black maid who had always kept her head down, stood still with a strange heaviness in her heart. Before the story continues, take a moment to like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel if you believe kindness and second chances still matter in this world. And tell us in the comments, do you think true character shows when no one is watching? The billionaire had spent his life building an empire, but wealth had taught him something uncomfortable. People often treated him well only because of his money. After years of doubt, he secretly designed a test. With the help of his doctor and lawyer, he staged his own death to observe the people who worked for him. Hidden cameras and quiet observers would record how his employees behaved once they believed he was gone. Within hours of the news spreading, the masks began to fall. Managers argued about control of departments. Some employees quietly packed small valuables they believed no one would notice. Others spoke about the late billionaire with fake sadness while secretly celebrating the freedom they believed had arrived. The mansion that once looked perfect now revealed its cracks. But one person moved through the house differently. The maid, who had worked there for years with almost no recognition, continued cleaning the halls as she always did. Yet her eyes were red from tears. She carefully placed fresh flowers near the billionaire's portrait, whispered a soft prayer for his soul, and gently reminded the other staff to show respect in the house that had fed their families for so long. She earned very little, and life had never been easy for her, but gratitude had always lived quietly in her heart. Hidden in a private security room, the dead billionaire watched everything through the monitors. One by one, people he had trusted revealed selfishness, greed, and indifference. His disappointment grew heavier with each passing hour. But when the camera showed the maid kneeling quietly beside the portrait, wiping tears from her face while continuing her duties, something inside him shifted. She was the only person in the entire estate who behaved as if his life had truly mattered. The test he had created to expose loyalty had revealed something deeper: that true character does not come from wealth, position, or education. It comes from the quiet choices people make when they believe no one important is watching. Before we reach the end of this story, pause for a moment and write in the comments, do you think kindness like this still exists in today's world? Days later, when the billionaire finally stepped back into the mansion alive, the truth shocked everyone. But the greatest surprise was not his return. It was the person he chose to stand beside him, the humble maid whose heart had passed a test no amount of money could buy. And if this story touched your heart, please like the video, share it with someone who believes in goodness, and subscribe for more stories that remind us what truly matters in life.